Afghanistan, officially known as the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, is a landlocked country located in South Asia. It shares borders with several countries, including Iran to the west, Pakistan to the east and south, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan to the north, and China to the northeast. With a rich history dating back thousands of years, Afghanistan has been a strategic crossroads for various empires and cultures throughout its existence. Geographically, Afghanistan is characterized by its diverse landscape, which includes rugged mountains, vast deserts, and fertile valleys. The Hindu Kush mountain range dominates the central and eastern parts of the country, with peaks reaching over 7,000 meters, 23,000 feet. The Amu Darya and Hari rivers are the major waterways that flow through Afghanistan. The population of Afghanistan is estimated to be around 38 million people, comprised of numerous ethnic groups. Pashtuns, Tajiks, Hazaras, Uzbeks, Amaks, Turkmen, Baloch, and several other smaller groups make up the ethnic mosaic of the country. The majority religion is Islam, with Sunni Muslims constituting the largest religious group, followed by Shia Muslims. Afghanistan has a complex history of political, social, and cultural developments. It was a focal point of the ancient Silk Road, facilitating trade and cultural exchange between East and West. The region has been conquered and ruled by various empires and dynasties, including the Mauryans, Persians, Greeks under Alexander the Great, Kushans, Sassanids, and the Islamic Caliphates. In the 19th century, Afghanistan successfully resisted British colonial attempts and maintained its independence, although it lost some territories in the process. The 20th century brought significant political changes, including the establishment of a constitutional monarchy in 1923 and the modernization efforts of King Amanullah Khan. However, political instability, coups, and conflicts marked much of Afghanistan's recent history. One of the most significant events in Afghanistan's recent past was the Soviet invasion in 1979. The Soviet Union intervened to support a communist government, triggering a decade-long conflict known as the Soviet-Afghan War. The Afghan resistance, known as the Mujahideen, received support from various countries, including the United States. The Soviet Union withdrew its forces in 1989, but the internal strife continued, leading to a power vacuum and a subsequent civil war. The 1990s saw the rise of the Taliban, an extremist Islamist group that emerged in the aftermath of the Soviet-Afghan War. The Taliban gained control over most of Afghanistan and established a harsh interpretation of Islamic law. Their rule was marked by severe restrictions on women's rights, destruction of cultural heritage, and harboring international terrorists, including Osama bin Laden. In response to the Taliban's support for al-Qaeda and the September 11, 2001 attacks on the United States, a US-led coalition invaded Afghanistan in 2001. The Taliban regime was swiftly toppled, and a new government was established under President Hamid Karzai. However, despite initial progress in establishing security and democratic institutions, Afghanistan faced numerous challenges, including a resurgence of the Taliban insurgency. Over the years, efforts were made to stabilize and rebuild Afghanistan, with the involvement of the international community. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, led a multinational mission, known as the International Security Assistance Force, ISAF, to train Afghan security forces and support the government. However, the conflict continued, and the security situation remained volatile. Economy: Afghanistan has an agrarian economy with a significant portion of the population engaged in agriculture. The country is known for producing crops such as wheat, corn, fruits, and vegetables. Afghanistan also has valuable natural resources, including natural gas, coal, copper, and precious stones. However, the economy has been heavily impacted by years of conflict, political instability, and corruption. International aid and investment have played a crucial role in supporting economic development and infrastructure projects. Culture and society: Afghan culture is diverse and influenced by various civilizations and ethnic groups. The people of Afghanistan have a rich heritage of art, music, poetry, and storytelling. Traditional Afghan music incorporates instruments such as the rubab, tabla, and harmonium. The country is also famous for its intricate carpet weaving, which is considered a significant art form. Hospitality is highly valued in Afghan society, and guests are traditionally treated with great respect and generosity. Languages: the official languages of Afghanistan are Pashto and Dari, a dialect of Persian. Pashto is spoken by the Pashtun ethnic group, while Dari is more widely understood and serves as a lingua franca for communication among different ethnic communities. Additionally, numerous other languages and dialects are spoken across the country, reflecting its diverse ethnic makeup. Education: education has faced significant challenges in Afghanistan, particularly during periods of conflict. The Taliban regime severely restricted access to education, particularly for girls and women. However, since the fall of the Taliban, efforts have been made to rebuild the education system. Primary education is now more accessible, and the literacy rate has gradually improved. Nevertheless, there are still significant disparities in education, particularly in rural areas and for girls. Current situation: Afghanistan has faced a tumultuous period in recent years. In August 2021, the Taliban initiated a military offensive, leading to the rapid collapse of the Afghan government and the withdrawal of foreign forces. The Taliban regained control of the country and established a new Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. This development has raised concerns about the protection of human rights, particularly women's rights and freedom of expression. The international community continues to monitor the situation and engage in diplomatic efforts to address the ongoing challenges in Afghanistan. It's important to note that the situation in Afghanistan is evolving rapidly, and the above information reflects the state of affairs up until September 2021. For the most up-to-date information, it is advisable to refer to current news sources and reliable international organizations. Transportation: Afghanistan has a developing transportation infrastructure. The country has an extensive road network connecting major cities and towns, although the quality of roads varies, particularly in rural areas. The major cities have airports, with Hamid Karzai International Airport in Kabul being the busiest. Railways are limited in Afghanistan, with only a short line connecting Haradan on the Uzbekistan border to Mazar-i-Sharif. Cuisine: Afghan cuisine is a fusion of various flavors and influences from Central Asia, Iran, and the Indian subcontinent. Staple foods include rice, wheat, and meat, with lamb, chicken, and beef being commonly consumed. Popular dishes include Kabuli pulao, a rice dish with meat and raisins, mantu, steamed dumplings, and ashak, vegetable-filled dumplings. Bread, such as naan and Afghan roti, is a dietary staple. Tea, both green and black, is widely consumed, often accompanied by snacks and sweets. Sports: sports play an essential role in Afghan culture. Buzkashi, a traditional horse-mounted game, is considered the national sport. It involves riders competing to grab a goat or calf carcass and score points by carrying it to a designated area. Football, soccer, is also immensely popular, with the national team participating in international competitions. Cricket has gained significant popularity in recent years, with Afghanistan's national cricket team achieving success in international tournaments. Historical sites: Afghanistan is home to numerous historical sites and archaeological treasures that reflect its ancient civilizations. The Bamiyan Valley was once home to the famous giant Buddha statues, which were unfortunately destroyed by the Taliban in 2001. The Minaret of Jam, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a remarkable example of Islamic architecture. Other notable historical sites include the Citadel of Herat, the Old City of Balch, and the Gardens of Babur in Kabul. Refugees: Afghanistan has been a significant source of refugees and internally displaced persons, IDPs, due to ongoing conflicts and instability. Millions of Afghans have sought refuge in neighboring countries, primarily Pakistan and Iran, as well as in Europe and other parts of the world. International organizations and countries have provided assistance to Afghan refugees, aiming to address their needs and support their eventual return and reintegration. National parks and natural beauty: Afghanistan is home to several national parks and protected areas that showcase its natural beauty. Bandi Amir National Park, located in the Central Highlands, features a series of stunning lakes surrounded by towering cliffs. Wakhan National Park, in the country's northeast, is known for its rugged mountains, deep valleys, and diverse wildlife, including Marco Polo sheep and snow leopards. Other natural attractions include the Bamiyan Plateau, the Panjshir Valley, and the stunning landscapes along the Wakhan corridor. Traditional clothing. Traditional Afghan clothing varies among different ethnic groups. The Pashtuns often wear loose-fitting garments, such as the traditional male dress called the shalwar kameez, which consists of baggy trousers and a long shirt. The women's version of the shalwar kameez often includes vibrant colors and intricate embroidery. In some regions, women also wear a headscarf called a chador or a full body covering called a burqa.